Hello everybody, it's Matt here from Ok Aussie. Welcome back and happy Vlogmas and happy moving day for us. We're almost there. As you can see, the evidence is around me. We've been packing for the last couple of days and it's almost coming together. It's been a very strenuous and tenuous couple of days. The kitchen has disappeared around us. We've just got a few essentials put aside for tea and coffee and stuff in the morning. We are mostly finished with this room, only a couple more things to do. And tomorrow is go day for Dyan's room because we've got to sort her out and get her going as well. Hello, miss. Happy Vlogmas. I think I've caught the elf vibes. Oh.
It's a little bit of like, it's a little bit Irish Christmas, isn't it?
A little bit Irish? To be sure.
Isn't the morning got some kind of link to like
the Celts and Irish and what are the I
don't know.
What is this?
Scotland, England, but
this is pretty cool.
Isn't this amazing?
This is what you got.
It's not just cool.
This is what you got me to get you from
cool.
Kmart.
Yes, he got me the.
It was another saga to try and get. What's it called? A cosmic wave or something. Yes, you got the glitter one. Oh.
But that's the wrong. I shouldn't have bothered with that one. I mean, I'm a glitter girl. Don't get me wrong. Yes. I love it.
Sparkles.
Glad I got it. I got two.
Pink.
But this. I mean, is there anything? No, from a distance is better.
Yes.
You can actually see the clouds in there.
Cloud. It reminds me of something from Harry Potter and the. You know,
I'm Hermione.
Minerva and doing
I am Hermione. Look at my. Actually, I brushed out my curls today.
You are Hermione looking today, aren't you?
Dry natural.
Yeah.
And when I do that, everybody, and because I cut my own hair recently and gave it a bit of a trim and tidy, it curls, waves up, like goes all wavy. And because I didn't blow dry it, it's wavy. Then I brushed it today, and it's less wavy. It's just a bit of a mess.
Well, thank you for your hair update, but behind you there are things that are missing. She's been so ADHD. It's ridiculous.
God, yes, I have.
Hello, you. How is my gorgeous boy? Are you all okay? You're doing okay. He's a bit stressed with the whole moving process.
Okay,
Tinks,
he's been doing pretty
she's
good.
just chucking laps. She's doing quite well.
But
and
she wants
these three.
Out of there, sir.
Hi guys. How are we? Huey, Dewey and Louie. Well, it's actually not. It's actually Jazzy, Duchess and Belle. They're our three budgerigars. They're doing really well. Merry Christmas, but it's not.
Can you put that?
Oh, just when I sit down, she does this to me all the time. Every time I sit down, I have to get up again. She has a knack. I don't know if you have this in your household with your partner or whoever you might be with, but just as they lie down, just as they get comfortable, just as they're thinking, I'm going to relax now, and there's something else on the to-do list.
My mum used to say that. No, but you know why?
I wonder why.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because when you lay down and be still, I'm like, he's available. Not stupid, is it?
Darling, I'm available 24/7. You don't stop asking for me, full stop.
He's not. He's always like, wait. And I'm like, waiting.
Because my multitasking,
I can wait for
I can only do
hours.
so much simultaneously on this one. You know that.
I'm a patient puppy.
Right, we have got a parcel between the two of us.
Who's going
This
first?
is our, well you are
Should we
because
do
I've
a
got the
mark?
camera. No.
You know, a good old, come on, Cam says we should mark it.
I don't know what's in here. Well, better not be breakable.
Why?
Because she can't catch.
It?
Because she can't catch. I know this.
Over.
Well, that's classic, isn't it? All right, rip it open. I don't know how many layers. She's put a parcel together. I haven't even got an idea what's on the inside. What are you girls doing? Are you excited as well? Oh my goodness. Now, a few little updates. We have been buzzing around. Excellent. We've got the first layer.
Do you know I used to hate this?
I still do, ASMR or what?
My pa used to pass out all the presents
Yes.
and the kids went first.
Yes. Yes.
In our family, we didn't do adult presents. Just kids.
Right.
Tell me a long time away do it.
No, I like a good challenge.
We used to have to put this in a pile, but they used to burn it in the wood fire.
That's classic. That's clever.
I know, right? Would you like this?
No, I want you to be stressed out while I'm doing it with one hand.
It's very annoying.
Is this really annoying you at the moment? How's it going for you? I'm getting there. Is it okay? Do you need to...
Why are you doing this?
Oh, look, I got it!
You did it.
Would you like a catch? Okay, now.
It's the goal of the year.
Okay, it wasn't the goal of the year. We didn't actually.
Yeah. I know.
Another team did.
You know, I'm
next
dreaming.
year. There's always next year. Okay.
I'm
now,
dreaming.
tell her she's dreaming.
Don't take my dream away.
Right.
Damn it,
You undo that while I keep talking because you'll talk for hours. She doesn't stop. Oh my god. I have been out of the house for hours today. I had to actually go multiple places. Because you're moving, there's things to be done. So the first thing that I had to do was mail redirection. So Australia Post, we've got the mail redirection set up with the concession card. That's $44 for 3 months. Well done. You've got another one sorted up. Tinkerbell almost fell over. Well, she actually did. Why would you do that? Give me a warning. I've got a camera.
Sorry, Tinks. Not the actual Tinkerbell. Show them it's just the ornament.
It's only that ornament Tinkerbell. It's okay. Jeez.
So you've got to open this. Do you want me to hold?
I'm trying to talk. You do it for me. It's a pseudo.
That's not
right, I'm doing it.
Parcel.
So, Australia Post, tick. That's been done. So mail redirection is really important. So obviously any mail that comes that we can't control over the next couple of months gets automatically redirected to the new place. We've also updated our mailing box for the website or for the YouTube. So that's stuff. But there are two. So don't get confused.
Right now.
Don't get confused. There's still the old one that's still active and I can still see it when it comes in and I can still get it. But we've updated with a new one closer to us. And we'll gradually transition that out. But I still have access, so don't panic there on that regards.
By the time you see this,
yes,
we are probably there.
Right, have you confused everybody yet?
I've confused you all, haven't I?
She confuses
do
me
you
every
like
day.
my little antennas?
They do look like...
actually like feet. But it's an elf.
Yes.
I mean, I know you know that, but I'm just making sure you know that.
I know.
You know why?
I'm getting there. Oh, look!
Yay!
Another level.
I
used to hate this game as a kid. You know where you had to put the music on and you pass it around onto the next person and then the music stops and you're stuck with it and you got to be the one that's got to do the unraveling and you're waiting for it and it's like, and then some person has used sticky tape and they've wrapped the entire thing up in sticky tape. I mean, you need like a knife and a scissors and or someone would throw in like glitter or sparkles and you get it all over you when you open it up. Anyway.
Such a moron. She was awful.
Anyway.
She used to do that.
Layers.
Not the nice sister.
It levels.
There is an awesome sister.
Yeah, there's always the good, the bad, and ugly. We know that. We've seen
the
Goldilocks.
Oh my god, the stick tape was ridiculous.
Ugly steps. There's a whole range of things.
Okay,
right, you want to do that?
I need a knife.
Yeah. Now, what else happened today? So we've got the mail things set up. I've got Dyan some salads today as well, so that we've got her food whilst I'm out and about.
I'm having Mexican salads. Have you
ever
heard of it?
I know, right?
It's bloody amazing.
While you're undoing a level, because you make so much noise, she can't stop. But anyway, I'm going to show you. This is from Woolworths, $5.50. And I actually got 3 of them. Mexican style salad. Pretty cool, actually. So it makes it easier for our life at the moment while we're living literally with, we don't have a microwave anymore. Everything else has been put away. We are having to do simple sort of meals, but we've got to keep Dyan's food up as well during this period of time. So that's really important. So we've got a few of those stacked up, ready for the next couple of days. Okay, how did you go? Did you get yours done? All right, so I'm back to me again.
It's on the floor.
Yes,
and the girls
the evidence.
think it's awesome. They want to play with it, I think. They
probably would, actually.
Guys. They have
we should put some in the bottom of their cage and they could have a bit of a play with it, the bud
yeah,
bread.
you could actually. They'll shit on it though too. Sorry, that's
what birds do. I'm just saying, that's okay.
That's just what birds do.
I've also taken Dyan's previous hire wheelchair back to the provider.
And I get my new
Your new one's coming very soon. So we've just finished that with the NDS at the AAT, which is the Administration Appeals Tribunal. Sorry, I'm still unraveling. So I'm about to get to that. Glad you're impatient. Her ADHD is so full on today.
Ready, get me market.
Right.
That was no good.
Okay, well, seriously, Specky, classic. Go on. Oh gosh, she's still missed it. She has no... Get back, give it here, give it here.
Like this, my arms like this, and it went right through the
they saw.
Embarrassing.
You're not on my football team. If you catch like that, Jesus, she catch like a girl.
Hey, Willow, play with the paper.
He knows, but shh, don't say it. Anyway, what? So that wheelchair's went back because I had to get that out of the way whilst I'm also packing things up to make sure that it's safe during the transition. We've got the manual attendant-based wheelchair to push her along, and we'll get the new wheelchair once we're in place. It's only weeks away.
Any pretty thing at the shops I don't want to buy, and I go, oh, I want to touch and feel in case I want to buy it. He just pushes along, and I'm like, oh, lost an arm.
That would be communication. You
Oopsie daisy, you do it on purpose.
I don't do anything on purpose.
He's like, oh, I'm just going to cut down. And then other days he's like, oh, I love that. Oh, that's cute. I love that. Oh, I like that. He's like, get it,
sure.
get it. I'm like, no, the budget. No, I can't spend money. Oh my God. So yeah, it's really
how does that strategy work for you? Yeah?
Sometimes it's really good. I get to choose what I want.
It's an autistic trait for Dyan too. She does have to be very tactile with things in shopping, so she does need to touch, not texture.
I don't always sniff, trust me.
Weigh it up.
If it looks a bit like...
Listen to it. Does it make a noise?
People might be...
Sniff it. Does it
I'm
smell?
not sniff it.
She's very conscious of that sort of thing. And in fact...
and you know, with neutropenia, I have got it very severe, but like I live life to the fullest, man. I don't live like a little pussy and go, oh my God, germaphobe.
If you don't know what that actually means, now, neutropenia is partly related to your white blood cell count. And this is where you've got your vulnerabilities for picking up from an immune system, compromised immune system. It's easy to pick up viruses, bugs,
it's in the
germs.
blood test.
Absolutely.
I got
Dyan's consistently neutropenic, unfortunately. Sad to say, I'm still doing this, by the way. Well done, you. Punch it out that way. Ow, that hurts. Oh, look, I can squeeze this one out. Oh, look, it's going to come out. Oh, look.
Ready?
There we go. Oh, that's like a delivery. So, yes, that's... And look, I wanted to also point out that sometimes we don't show all of the things in between our actions. So, we are hypervigilant, and it was part of the conversation with the doctor. I'll get to that one in a moment because we saw him again today. Because her levels are even worse, unfortunately, with neutropenia today, and also her vitamin C and D3 levels. Vitamin C levels are exceptionally low, hence why we're getting all the salads and healthy stuff into it. We need to boost the vitamin C and the D3s. Yeah, but D3 I understand because she's not getting all that much sunlight. Coming into summer mode, she's going to get a heck of a lot more of that naturally through the sun.
It's very
being out and about, doing out of hydrotherapy, being in the pool. That's going to be a really good thing. So she'll get a lot more natural D3.
And I cannot eat orange.
A few years ago, she actually had the worst level, according to several doctors, of D3, vitamin D level, that has ever seen in Australia. Because she'd spent literally years in a bedroom, not coming out of the room, not even going into the lounge or the kitchen or other areas. It's literally having to do with being such a bed-bound with very severe ME/CFS at the time and other conditions around it, which we obviously later on found out to be 22q.
22q, medical neglect.
Yes. So anyway, we've now worked out that those side of things are important for us to get around. So we obviously use those supplements and vitamins and things.
I do take neutropenia serious, but I also don't be ridiculous because you've got to live life, guys. You have to live life, but you do take precautions.
Yeah, there's a balancing act between all of that.
There's a balance between that.
So what I was trying to get around to saying, my apologies, is I didn't actually say it. So we don't spend a lot of time showing on screen a hypervigilance of our sanitization processes.
You don't feel,
it's one of those things like, and there's Matt washing his hands for the 16th time in the last hour or so.
You 16?
Boring as batshit, I know. But I'm just conscious of saying that, look, it's a bit like a show reel. We only show snippets of some of the things that we want to see, some of the things that we need to show for the clinical team. Going through a lot of the repetitions of the things that we do, whether it's using the alcohol wipes, whether it's when we're using masks, whether we're using a whole range of things. Exactly. We even have a sign on the door and procedures and protocols around people coming into our environment.
You've been sick or someone you know.
All our support staff and anyone coming into us, before they actually come to meet us, enough to know that if they've been sick, not to come near us.
I'm just saying,
my turn or your turn? My turn? Your turn.
Your turn.
It's getting smaller.
I'm just saying, I've got receipts.
It rattles as well. I wonder what it is.
Don't be paranoid. I think people that overreact about things, I think that's a problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I do.
Well, we've also learned about the
efficacy.
efficacy.
I'm not just disabled.
No.
I'm also a person.
Great. Now, we've also
That
learnt
lives.
about the efficacy of certain things as well. So things like masks and all, we don't get too stressed out about, because at the end of the
They're
day,
ineffective, guys.
we've
by the
seen,
way.
if they're not used appropriately, but they are totally ineffective, sadly.
Totally.
Okay. And obviously what type and what quality you're using at the same time. Now, remember, we're not medical professionals. Go and see your doctor if you want extra information. But we've known all this after the big C.
He teaches me a lot of good things.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. Oh! Have I got it? Have I got the final thing? Have I got it? Have I?
What is it?
I have got it.
You won.
I never win.
Give me the paper.
I never win. How did I win this?
Won.
It's a sensory toy box Christmas surprise ball.
Okay, so you need my special little cloud to open it.
I think we've packed it.
It's in there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought we'd packed it. Where's the
No,
cat?
my room.
Have we packed the cat?
Stop it. He's not. I've been looking after him all
good.
day, as you know.
The cat does like to step into boxes, and if you're not watching, you could easily just put some bubble wrap on it.
No, he tried to.
Zap him up and...
Lunchtime today, he went towards the boxes, towards one of my carers who was sitting
I'm just
there.
saying, it's a real possibility.
No, I think he was considering it.
Yes. Now, can you open that up? I just want to point out,
So you want
this
me to get
room is very bare when we don't have all your Disney collection up on the wall.
I know, right? Isn't it sad without my toy collection?
It's actually
All
sad.
right, I need to get a cloud.
You get a cloud. What she means by that is the little cloud safety knife that we use for her art and craft.
Oh my
and things.
goodness.
I think we've got a bit of a crime scene going on
Arrival.
here, and I think the birds are going to be very excited if they get access to that, but we'll see about that. They might want to have a little play. It's almost your bedtime, ladies, by the way. So, other things that have been happening today. I've been out on the road. It's actually been a very hot day in Perth, 33 degrees today. Tomorrow is 37 degrees Celsius. Very, very hot day. Of course, I'm very concerned because, as you know, I hope they help you see, because you're blind as a bat the best of the time. The 37 degrees is actually a bit of a concern for us. Once it gets above that 33 degrees, I'm always conscious of the heat for Dyan, keeping her cool. We do have cooling vests. We obviously use the air conditioning, hence because of the thermodysregulation, we obviously monitor that. But obviously it's a risk for triggers into dystonia, seizures of any sort of type. It all impacts both of those.
A cooling vest.
You do have a cooling vest. And as long as we don't pack that,
but I've also got a swimming pool.
You have a swimming pool.
I mean,
we can dunk you like a tea bag.
Complain?
No, exactly. And that's the very big difference of why we're moving too. We've got access to the hydrotherapy to be able to swim each and every day. That's so good for Dyan to be able to get out, to get moving, to get fresh air, to get sunlight. Obviously in a supported and protected manner with myself looking after her for flotation.
I have a flotation
but it's
thing too,
non-weight bearing. It means she's not having to put her weight down. And with EDS, early stand loss, it's actually a lot easier for her to do movement and activities.
I can do my hydrotherapy so I can get some, like cellulite off my legs.
What I wonder...
Even though I'm 50, being early stand loss, I look younger than what
early stand loss, hypermobility, exactly, collagen,
so I'm
or
very
connective tissue disorder.
So I thought, why not improve on my legs, man?
Why not? Your whole body and whole health.
I miss the gym.
Hey, William, we've got some paper on the ground for you, buddy. Come over here. Come over and enjoy.
That is all yours.
Come and explore. So you're opening that up. We've got the first layer.
I want to show them what it is. It is a sensory toy box.
Interesting. But it's a Christmas edition.
It's actually not a toy box because it's a ball.
Right.
It's a ball.
It's a ball.
Looks like that.
Yeah.
And it is basically Christmas. What does it say?
Surprise ball. Are you trying to read backwards with your big glasses on? No hope for her at all.
4 times mystery toys.
Okay, so there's 4 mystery toys. Well, you can crack that open. Let's have a look at what the mystery toys are.
Well,
I'm on the camera and I can't do both at the same time, as you've seen me trying to juggle and unwrap, doing a pass the parcel. Very, very difficult, and there was no music involved in here. Oh, now speaking of music, while you're doing that, a DVD player, or CD player as it's called, in the car broke today. Oh God,
we need a new
it's
car.
Beautiful. I love the Toyota Yaris. It's a very old Toyota Yaris.
You know what?
But the DVD kept spitting out at me, and with that, it means I couldn't play music, and I was having to drive so much today, travelling around the countryside. I hate listening to the radio, which means I hate listening to the same advertising and marketing all the time. It bores me to tears listening to the same marketing and the sales pitch and their gimmicks, and it's like, oh, hate it. It's not relaxing to me at all. I don't know if you get the same thing. Tell me if you do have the same issues in the comments. So I like to listen to just music with no adverts, So I had to make a decision today between YouTube Premium or Spotify Premium, which way to go.
YouTube Music.
I've gone YouTube Music, which is the same thing as YouTube Premium because it covers both of those services. Right. So YouTube Music, and it's $13, $12.99, so $13 a month. But the first month is free. Again, none of us is sponsored. I'm just telling you what we're doing and experimenting with. So I've signed up for a month to see.
Taylor Swift in the car.
I know, right? I've downloaded, and that's a good thing. You can download all the music locally, so it's on your device. There's no breaks. You can put it face down on your phone. You can flip between different apps, and it keeps playing.
So
amazing, which is really cool. So I like that. So I thought I'll give that one a go first. If it works good, then I think that's a preference over Spotify, don't you?
Yes. I do. I've heard on the grapevine,
on the vine, on the online vine,
people say that Spotify is just not doing great.
Okay. Though Spotify does have audiobooks, so that's maybe the other benefit opposing to what YouTube is a difference.
Okay, why is this making my nose run?
I don't know. I'll be asking that question too. So anyway, so I've gone with YouTube Music Premium.
YouTube Music over Spotify.
Yeah,
just
so
saying.
we'll give it a go. We'll see how that goes. Okay. If you have a preference, or if you've heard of other platforms which are even better, still do let me know still in the comments. I would be interested to hear how that actually goes, ma'am.
Exactly.
Okay,
if there's something different out there, let him know.
You've got 4 things,
right,
but they're not
so
hidden.
You
can actually see them.
Feel it. So it's
I like it when they're hidden. I like to have that surprise. Okay, so it's a
squashy reindeer, isn't it?
That's a reindeer? Sure.
Yes.
Let's go with that. Looks like Mr. Potato Head on a bad day.
Well,
anyway, that's a squishy one. Do you want to open that up so we can actually have a look at that? Can you open that? I don't have any hands. Focusing. So ADHD is so off the chart. She is discombobulated because of the whole moving process. Everything that's going on. I'm trying to get her to sit down and relax. No, she wants to go and do 16 things.
I've got to pack my bags.
I know, because you do. Because tomorrow, this room is getting all packed up.
I'm going to be in a single bed for a little while.
Oh, thank God for that.
I can curl up like I'm a little kid again and go, oh my goodness.
Yep.
No one to be like...
My bed's still going to be next to you, and actually I've got video recording of you snoring. Thank you. I'm going to share that.
You need to show me that.
No, I'm going to share.
Me before you
she
share.
says, I never snore.
This is so
really?
smart.
I think you got sleep apnea. The full lot going on there, girlfriend. You've got obstructive sleep apnea, and I've got video proof recording. She snores, seriously, like a trucker. She's like T-Rex on a bad day. What? You are blaming me for snoring? I don't think so.
Snore.
I
don't snore.
I'm elegant. I don't snore, really.
You snore
Sure
for years.
When I'm really tired.
I'm so tired.
Because you make me tired.
I'm all for his and hers bedroom with the bathroom in the middle to meet. I'm all for it.
That's an interesting idea.
And I can starfish on the bed.
Okay, so we can have a bathroom in the middle. Great concept. I'll just take my swag and sit on the outside patio. I'll be fine.
All I need is a cuddle in the morning.
Oh, yeah, and coffee and everything else done for you.
Me in the morning.
Jeez, the excuses. Hey, Jazzy, you girls, behave up there. Those birds are going to reach out.
Do you want to have a feel of
Okay, I'm having a feel of the fit.
What do you like that fidget?
Not really doing anything for me.
No?
Look,
I love it.
It's. I'd call it very gentle. There's no stickiness at all.
Yeah,
so there's none of that.
That's what I like too.
It's obviously reforming back to its original shape. Yeah. Look, the picture doesn't grab me all that much, but it's very simple. I'll put on the very simple stuff. I think it's effective for what it is, but look, I'm not the sort of thing I'll put in my pocket and go, yep, I want one of these. I'd rather have a squash ball or a tennis ball or something like that. Oh my goodness,
Bill, your aggression
level.
What
are you guys doing up there? All right, so that's one. What else? Now we've got a ball. A bouncing ball. Whoa.
So it's got a Santa Claus on it. Show them the little picture.
I don't know, I'm too busy bouncing, sorry.
It's pretty good, isn't
Excuse
it?
me, I'll be back in a moment.
That's a good bounce,
It's actually
man.
brilliant. Don't you love those bouncing balls?
I
reckon if you try that really hard. Anyway, it's got a... I'm going dizzy looking at it. It's got a Santa on the front of it.
That's cool.
That is actually a really good bouncy ball.
Moving,
Willow will love that, and he'll lose it within 30 seconds and we'll never see it again. Underneath the fridge or somewhere, you know. What are you doing to the poor guy?
I love him.
You're stretching him.
Oh my God, he spins around. All right. This is the other one.
Okay. What does it even look like?
I think it's meant to be Santa. A skinny Santa.
Really?
There's not really a skinny Santa.
It reminds me of either the Cookie Monster or a sloth or that thing from that, what was that game show that they kill all the contestants. Okay, what?
They kill all
the contestants. It reminds me of that, or maybe just an alien. Anyway, it's Mr. Stretchy.
What are you watching?
I don't know. I can't remember whatever it was called. I can't remember that. I never saw that show. It was like an Asian game show where the contestants have to sneak up on something and they all die. It just reminds me of that for some reason. Do you remember what the name of that thing was called? What the show was called? Oh, it's lost me. I've forgotten it. Comment below. Let me know. You never wanted to watch it. It never attracted you. Right. Like, that's why we never got to watch it anyway. But you like it. You like it. I love this. Because it's stretchy?
Is it?
Non-sticky? Good size?
This is the ones I can take with me.
Now, while you're looking at the next one.
With me.
Oh, I'm sure everything's coming with you. You're still going through your prioritizations of what you need to take with you. Okay.
Oh,
Can you get that? You got that? Right.
Alice comes in handy, doesn't it?
So
I have
it's
no
one of
idea
those.
what this is.
So it's one of those.
What is it?
It's one of those.
Ah! Are you showing me an angel?
So that's an angel, like a treetop angel. But this stuff here itself is quite sensory if you like rubbing that side of things.
I don't like it, it's rough.
Yes, you don't like the rough ones at all on your skin, so it's not... What are you eating them for? Bad reindeer. You'll break its ear off.
There's nothing that brings me joy.
Okay, so apparently there's no joy out of this one. Anyway, that was the sensory toolbox, VLOGMAS, whatever you call it.
Pass the parcel. I love pass the parcel.
I think we should have done it with some music.
You know,
maybe that would have made it more jivey.
I passed the parcel because I was a very poor kid.
Yeah.
Even though I had affluence around me, I had nothing but a mattress, a sleeping bag, and a shoebox of stuff.
Yeah.
I started out totally different. But basically...
You made up for it in the end, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
No, I mean, like in my early childhood years, it was different. And then it changed. That's what divorce does, doesn't it?
Yes, several times over.
But basically, yeah.
Your brain's trying to think. You can see the brain just ticking over, can't you? What happened? Where are you going? I'm always conscious at the moment because there's been a lot of absence seizures lately, and I can see cognitively she's struggling sometimes to put it all together. But we were talking about Pass the Puzzle. I'm wondering, did you use things like...
the spooky dokies.
Oh, okay, yeah, the spooky dokies.
When I was walking to the party and I had to walk there and I didn't know how to get there and I was in tears and I was...
What age?
Would have been 10.
Okay. So you're invited to a party, you're going there by yourself?
I was invited to a party and it was 3 blocks from my house.
So you had to walk there.
And I was walking alone and my mum always used to say, be careful of people that try and grab you off the streets in their cars and all this. And so I had this phobia.
A bit of fear. Yeah, phobia, I get that.
Of people stealing me.
Sure.
And so I would be fearful, and with 22Q, fear and anxiety is a big deal.
Absolutely.
And I didn't have the right supports as a child.
No.
And so I was put in this situation where I wanted to honour my friend and go to her party.
Yeah.
But I cried all the way there because I didn't know how to get there and I was so scared of something happening.
Yeah.
But when I went there and Pass the Parcel happened, I won Spooky Dokies.
Now, the other things, explain what spooky dokies are, particularly for our international audience. So on your bike, on the spokes of the wheels, they would actually slide up and down. And as you travel around, they would slide up and down. They would also be fluoro, I think, so they might glow in the dark as well. So it's a noise thing, it's an aesthetic thing. So you won something and you're happy, you're excited.
I loved my bike. I was very bike. My bike was everything, everything, because I didn't have much.
Yeah.
So, and it's transportation when you're X generation. Anyone X generation, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But no, it was really difficult.
And it's interesting, and look, you put that in context so you put that in context of it's about 10 years of age, and you've got obviously a lot of these fears. And 22q does, as a condition, chromosomal disorder, by the way, that's a genetic condition that Dyan's got, does come with not only 180 plus different symptoms and indications, but fear and anxiety is very much embedded in the condition. I get that. Along with other things, which we know, autism, ADHD, the OCD, the Tourette's, the seizures that Dyan gets.
And I actually did end up having a trauma too when I was
and I was going to mention that
13, 14, I was nearly taken.
She actually was. She actually had to fight the assailant to actually get away in a kidnapped situation.
My knee, I Oh my goodness.
So it was probably good that you were warned as a younger child in that regard.
Fought with
for your life, didn't you?
every fibre of my being, and I'm telling you, adrenaline is amazing.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
You're very lucky to get
under
away.
Adrenaline.
Absolutely, because some other people didn't, unfortunately, at that point in time, and there were warnings in the community and in the police and the schools about that. But you were the unlucky person that actually got attacked.
And I've never walked the streets alone, even in the daytime, since.
Yeah.
Except for I used to go shopping when I was able to drive and able to do those things.
But that's with a car that's in a public car place.
When I used to do my running, you used to ride your bike.
Yep, I had to go with her just to make sure that she was safe, and that's understandable after what you've been through.
Lap, and I really enjoyed that. It was a stress relief.
Yep.
ADHD is, I'm telling you, running
it burns that
ADHD.
Energy off, doesn't it? Yeah. Now you have to excuse my camera skills today because we've packed the tripod, so I'm having to hand hold the camera today. My arm's almost falling off. Now the other thing that we've got, so just as I wrap up too, we've also had a very busy day because I have been out of the house for hours. I've had to go to a medical appointment for Dyan to coordinate between the hospital system, so a representative from the complex care needs team from the hospital, along with Dyan's primary care physician today. So we've had an hour and a quarter meeting with the two of those parties, having to go through, and there's been a lot that's actually come out of this that the hospital's having to walk away and get sorted out. We've also identified that, look, there's really problems with the intercommunications between individual departments, the hospital, and obviously the other allied care. People better stay coordinate and communicate, and that's essential when you've got such a complex condition that Dyan also has. That their programs, their software interactions, or their content management systems also don't plug in and communicate and interpolate the data between each other. So we've had that from places like the pathology, who can't get the information as the hospital gets different, and then the clinic. None of these things talk or work together, and it's like so frustrating.
And when you are a rare, syndrome person who needs every ology I need.
Yep.
Because I am missing so many genes.
Yep.
And they don't communicate. So imagine that.
And it's very frustrating with the segmentation. Now, the doctor was very, very adamant as part of this conversation. You need to put her into hospital. I know it seems very obvious, but I'm going to actually state the blatant obvious. And look, we'll keep it simple, stupid. That's the part that's missing. As he said, it's going to be so more efficient, so more simple. All of your 20 different specialists can all poke and prod her and see her at the same time in the one place. Do all the tests. They can all coordinate. And, being in hospital for a week is like, team coordinator said, well, what should we prioritise on first? And he just laughed. All of it. It's all important. It's all critical. But particularly, let's work our way through neurology through cardiology and respirology. All of those things are critically essential. We need to get these things organised and ASAP done. So he's pushing on that to get her into hospital so they can coordinate and work better together. We've realised that the systems still don't work. In fact, it was on the weekend that, actually only a couple of days ago, we saw a news article in the local paper indicating very clearly that unfortunately the hospital system, even when it's been audited, they can't audit the data in the ED departments because the systems simply don't work. So they've been flagged as having grave concerns about the content, the data, the records of patients, and that transfers with the patients out into the clinical and the allied health environment. It doesn't help at all. But it was a very busy, full-on appointment. We had to go through all the referrals, all the scripts. There's just so many referrals to so. And it was interesting too, because it's like Dyan's doctor had actually done 3 separate referrals to see rheumatology, a specialist, another ologist, right?
Well, for Ehlers-Danlos, it's
for Ehlers-Danlos, it's critical, right? So Dyan had to see one privately. But the fact is, when we had the clinical guidelines for 22q11.2 deletion syndrome, and that's actually supplied to us by the hospital, it actually says, it actually states it specifically, that Dyan should be seeing a rheumatologist as one of those specialists. So that's helped us to get a pathway into the door. Pain management was a big deal as well, part of the conversation, wasn't it?
They want me on low dose ketamine.
So an IV ketamine to help with the pain, because obviously Dyan's allergic to the opioid family. She has negative reactions as far as too much of the ibuprofen, so the NSAIDs.
I am actually getting to the point where, and I never thought I'd say this because
your pain threshold's very high.
I'm so used to pain, it's just been a building thing in my life. But I wake up now. And it's just, I hope it's just because of the fact that there's a bit of the scurvy-ish thing going on, and I hope it's just that, and if that's resolved, those symptoms go away. But I'm waking up so much pain.
Yeah.
And I just open my eyes and I'm like, ugh.
And it's multi-systemic. It's like, okay, what I'm trying to work through, and it's difficult for Dyan being autistic and introception, trying to understand her own internal states
and I
of
wake up
where pain is coming
I'm
from.
like,
But it's multi things. It's like, well,
where
do I start? You know, your neck is in pain. Oh, her lower back's in pain. So we've now got a new CT scan to do for the lower back to check that out. And
I've
then
been ignoring it.
And then you look at the heart's been having pain, and of course the seizures and dystonia causes more pain, and then the GI tract causes. Can she get a break? I mean, really, and of course having conditions such as fibromyalgia, which means muscle pain. That's in the name.
22q. So many symptoms of 22q.
It is.
And I'm in my 50s, and with 22q, being in your 50s, there's just lots that go on.
Yeah. Now, some people might say, well, why did I go to the doctor's appointment and Dyan didn't? Well, it was like the risk of travelling her. It was. I'm glad actually I did it because we actually had.
It's exhausting me having packers here.
Just you lying in bed. With people packing around you has been exhausting enough.
Yeah.
For me to take Dyan up, and we actually had, and I gave this to the team while we were having a conversation from the last trip that Dyan took to go and see her doctor, and it showed the heart rate and the oxygen saturation, and her heart went from as low as 34 beats per minute all the way up to 212 beats per minute during that trip. Her oxygen stats were dropping all the way down to 82% oxygen saturation and stayed well below 90% for over 60% of the day, okay? And that's a considerable period of time when you're not getting enough oxygen, your brain's starved of that. It doesn't help her. So that's partly the reason. She actually then had bad seizures following that subsequently. So we're trying not to repeat the same thing. And she doesn't need to be there because she can't keep up with the pace of having these conversations with all the medical jargon, throwing all the terminology, going through all the clinical records.
Like, it's just hospitals I don't really like. I'm aversive to hospitals. I want to elope from hospitals.
You're sick of hospitals?
Whereas my doctor I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
So, you know, if it was just my doctor, I would be more keen to sort of push through the pain and go.
To do that for that, yeah.
But like for hospital people who, they're just a different kind of way of operating. My autistic brain is too logical.
And things have to be slowed down for them. And this is the thing about executive functioning.
They don't.
One thing at a time before you move on to the next to ensure it's understood. With auditory processing, it's also slowing it down so that it's actually clearly communicated and received.
I get to set up a sensory room at my hospital right near me.
Well, that's something that's a project that we're working on. That's what we're hoping to achieve. You're part of that process.
A big brainstorm.
Your work with the human rights has actually led to this being installed for the first time in this hospital for all participants to gain access to those who've got auditory or sensory or autism related issues as an adult. They've finally come to the party because Dyan said, no, enough, we need this. It has a huge impact. So we've had to take it to a very high level to actually get this achieved, and it's going to benefit a lot of other people. So that's something to keep an eye out as we move forward. So look, that was just a gentle sort of touch base to bring together our day.
I'm excited too because I've got a beautiful poster and all of
You've been doing like a vision board. It's like Pinterest, old-fashioned Pinterest. In the real poster, sticky tape, blue tape.
I used to do that as a teenager. Just
good fun, vision boards.
I'm a nerd.
Very motivating.
I was always home, like doing craft and doing, you know, all my friends are out getting drunk.
But it's a great communication tool, doing something visually to explain and categorise and show and be able to talk to that as a resource. So well done, you. I think you just broke your sensory toy.
I just broke his leg.
I think we need to take him to ER. We might have to plaster that back on. I'm sorry
guys.
It's not adult autistic proof, this one, and in fact for kids it might be dangerous as a swallowing issue, or for pets. Just saying, it was good while it lasted, and I think it lasted probably 5 minutes of you playing with it.
Okay, be careful.
There you go. We've just done a product review in the reel of the sensory toy box. No, don't do that. Don't show them that. God, you do the most. This is not even pica, where tasting and eating weird and wonderful things which autistics do.
If I was a kid, I would have with this.
Pica's an autistic trait.
I would have gone.
Eating the things such as sand or gravel or foam, things that you're not meant to eat.
Chewing it into bits.
And Dyan did have that as a child.
I used to eat foam.
Yeah.
Little bits of concrete.
Let's leave where the rest of those things are well alone. Weird things, put it that way. Well, guys, look, give Dyan a very big thumbs up. She's looking exhausted and tired and mentally switching off. She's still got some packing to do.
I'm moving.
Yes, we are.
But
in a couple of days. But it's also Vlogmas. We've got things to do at the same time.
It's Vlogmas.
We're in a bit of disarray.
It's Vlogmas. Christmas.
I hope we'll
Guys,
take and
Christmas
know where things are.
with us. If you
Christmas is gonna be cool.
don't like Christmas, then keep watching.
Because you will like it. Because we're going to have some fun with this Christmas.
Because you're going to have fun with us.
Exactly. We've got some weird and wacky games to do.
Christmas is a time to be silly
Summer
and jolly
in Perth.
and, you know,
Pool time, beach time, fun time.
Fun. Okay, we're going to have
So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see our daily vlogmas as we go along. Of course, if you have comments, questions, ideas or suggestions, leave them below. We love to hear from our community. Don't forget to say hello to everybody else as well. Keep the encouragement, keep the motivation up, particularly during this season of time of the year. There's a lot of people who don't have connections, friends or family.
Reach out to them.
We're all here for you as well.
Invite them in.
All right. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Mwah.